finishing my dissertation on 300 uses you shouldn't use for peanut butter. It's pretty long-winded. I had to finish that sip of water before I signed off there. Don't worry about it. So, last week in episode 40, y'all ganked the fuck out of Sayasha.
Get dogged.
Including giving him the boof. And by giving him the boof, that translates into Celestine turning the evil cat scientist's head into jelly after he told you all the pertinent details, because he didn't really give a fuck. Also because he never took any oath of secrecy. So he's like, I'm not sworn to these fuckers, here! And also, Shiakio learned that apparently evil uncle didn't actually kill his mom. In fact, didn't even know she was dead. He also made friends with the giant pink bean that he summoned and couldn't get control over because it started beating his Zomble knights to death with a giant bar of ice cream. Glorious. And then it jammed out with Eleanor. And of course, Zyakio dropped his uncle's dead body in a chair, turned on Skype, and just stood there ominously.
Yep.
Meanwhile, that was happening in another part of Kitsar. Jonna blew some stuff up. Don't worry about it. You might catch up with her. You might not. Who knows? I certainly don't yet.
We don't know, but she blew some stuff up.
No, you don't, but it's happening for probably the rest of the duration you guys are in these ruins, so... Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, I'll pick up with the Skype call having finished turning off, and Shiakio is left alone next to his dead uncle.
Yep. Do we... I forget. In character, do we know that the Stormbinder is being used as a battery? Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure of that.
Yeah, you can make sure, but like you know it's being used as a battery. You saw it before you even got in this particular part of the ruins.
Okay.
You literally had no choice but to walk past it. In fact, watching it is how you guys found this place.
True. Let's see. And no one's checked on our mysterious little friend here.
Yeah, that particular poor Zal is still down there, just like last you checked, he was still having an existential crisis.
And the door is closed currently?
Yeah. Everyone's just on the other side because you went in first, and they're just like ready to jump in. So they're like all ready to go. Boof's ready to boof.
If I walk by the door, does it open? I forget if it's an automatic door or not.
No, but you can certainly open it.
Boop, open.
Celestine was leaning a little too hard on the door. And just falls over. Thud! And he's still holding his axe. He looks up at you. Do I need to hit the bad guy?
Not right now, friend. Pat.
Okay. And he just lays there wagging his tail now.
I then put a hand on Padma's face, give her a quick kiss, and I'm gonna go check on our existential crisis over here.
It's just sitting there like its arm is moved from where it had fallen off. It looks like it went over, retrieved it, and just like has the arm just sitting in front of it. It's just like staring at it.
Can someone reattach this guy's arm? What's your name, friend?
Just looks at you. Then back at its arm. Occurs to you now you've never heard any of these things make a sound. They just attacked.
And this is the kind of Zal where he doesn't visibly have a mouth, I'm assuming.
Well, actually, I can show you what he looks like because I have the picture of it somewhere. I believe it's in here. I just need to find it. It should be in here anyway, so I hope it's in here. If I didn't save it, I'm going to be angry it passed me because it means I'll have to grab the token and throw it up in the chat. Ba-ba-ba-ba. It's actually fairly relevant. And come on, tell me I have it. Tell me I have it, please. Image folder. Come on, I don't actually have it. For fuck's sake, past me. Why you gotta do me dirty like this? Why you gotta hurt me in this way? Yeah, no,
I
it's
don't
not
know if
fucking
she's home, but I just saw Minnie beep online.
Tori has another hour
Oh.
before she's home. She gets off at she should be home at like 9. All right, let me go get the token.
God damn it.
While doing that, I'm gonna click a button.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they have a face. You just don't see eyes. It's just like a mouth, kind of. You assume it's able to see somehow because it does like turn and look at you, then just looks back at its
Right.
its arm on the ground.
But yeah, if I can, while this is going on, I'd like to look for a way to turn off whatever is keeping Stormbinder locked in battery mode.
To do that, you would have to go to the power regulation station and fuck with things in there.
All right. Well, which direction is that?
You see where the dragon and Mythid are? It's over there.
Oh, they're over there. Okay.
Yeah, because those guys were tied up, and you go inside, and there is like just a pink disco ball just hanging from the ceiling, and it looks like the robots and the science dude are still just disco dancing, and like the science dude looks unconscious, but he's still dancing.
So I'm guessing I need to roll something, probably investigation. I'm guessing.
Yeah, you'd have to roll investigation, see if you can find the button that messes with the controls for that. But before we get back to that, because
yeah, I was just doing this while he was talking to Robot Man.
What else are you trying to do to the robot? Because you asked about the eyes for a specific reason, I assume.
Oh no, I was seeing if he had a mouth.
He does. It looks like it's just kind of there. It's like hanging open a little bit.
In that case, I'll wait to see if someone who has, say, some healing magics or a little bit more knowledge of medicine, because I'm not trained in medicine.
Let me see who might be trained in medicine really quick out of the NPCs who are here. It's not Arvin.
It's not trained, though he could have been if I picked a different thing.
Don't think it's the boof.
No,
the boof.
We have healing match for that. We don't need medicine.
Well, yeah, but I don't think my healing reattaches limbs.
There are specific things that heal that specify that they reattach limbs. So far, it's looking like the best medicine score, even without training so far, is Fenless, because it requires wisdom, and he has a lot of that.
It's the healer already, so yay.
Does Padma have medicine? No. She's still fairly good at it because she's a bard, but she doesn't actually have medicine.
Because yeah, I shouted to the party if someone could possibly reattach his limb or something of that nature.
Well, you'll get Arvin and Fenless to come over and try. Let's see if Arvin knows how to do this. Medicine check. But before I commit to that, let's check Fenless's. Because in theory, Fenless should be better. In theory. In practice, probably not. Apparently not.
Apparently no.
Arvin is slightly better him in regards to this, and even then, both of them just like if they're like you see them like come over like look at, they just like start talking back and forth, and it seems like Arvin knows a bit more than Phyllis is. It's like, yeah. Oh, I see. It's just like this, like they're muttering a lot to each other.
I also did note to them that for whatever reason he's not talking.
Yeah, or like they don't acknowledge that. Just Arvin just gives you a thumbs up to make sure to let you know he heard, and then they keep talking. It's like they're like talking about like, how could we reattach it? Like, could we use this? And like it's a lot of you're understanding what they're saying because you can read their lips, but it's like it's phrases and words going over your head by a mile. You're just like, what? Although to be fair, you have a wisdom of 5. You could roll medicine too. You might actually know.
True.
I figured
I'd have to be trained in it to make it that specific check.
You can still try. Okay, yeah, definitely going over your head.
I didn't learn how to reattach limbs.
To be fair, because of the fact that no one in the party is trained in medicine, you are equally as qualified as the actual healer right now because you both have the high wisdom.
True.
So yeah, there's that. The two of them are going. It's like definitely going over here. Like you at least know passable medical procedures. Whatever the fuck they're talking about is just like rocket science, but medicine.
I'm a combat lifesaver. They're doctors.
Well, Fenlis is closer to a doctor. Arvin's just a guy who knows some shit.
He knows shit.
He just knows his stuff pretty well because, I mean, hey man, someone's got to know some of this shit to keep the idiots from dying.
Yeah, but I'm your idiot now.
Eh. Let's see.
In a sense, I'm Arvin's idiot now too.
Well, you're his cousin-in-law eventually, maybe. Who knows? They keep talking, and eventually they're just like, I can't think of anything that would let us do this. Get it reattached. Like, best thing is he is all, so it won't really rot.
True. Oh, we should probably get the Stormbinder and get out of here then, unless there's other information elsewhere, and say one of the offices or something that we could maybe pick up.
It's at this point. You remember Leo is here because he walks through a door with 2 prisoners. He's just like kind of dragging Ardrick along because he's still unconscious, and the other guy is like handcuffed, but he's like cooperating and just following Leo.
He's like, I'm gonna fight. I'll just die.
Yeah, no, he ran initially when he saw the whole party, so, and then he was found and he's surrendered, so he's not actively trying to kill you guys. He is being very cooperative.
Smart man.
And Leo's just like sees the little ice robot compared to all the other dead ones. It's like, what's his story?
He somehow broke free from the corruption, and now it seems like he's having some sort of crisis in his head or something.
I like how you say that with no actual proof that anything happened beyond like something. Well, I like how it's like you're saying it because it's like an in character, out of character thing, but at the same time it's like just very much like he broke the corruption. You don't know that. You just know he's not attacking you and he's staring at his arm. That's what you've got.
True. Okay. I will say it in more simpler terms, since in character I wouldn't know that he actually broke the corruption.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa there.
Yeah, no. I accidentally got a little metagamey there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. I thought I'd bring it like, whoa, slow down.
Suddenly became non-hostile, and now he's just sitting here staring at his arm.
Hmm.
I asked his name and didn't get a response, so for whatever reason he's not talking.
Hmm. Well, while you were doing your business, I was chatting up with our pals here, and the tiefling wizard holds up his hands, like waves. He like kind of smiles. He's like, I'm trying to be helpful. I'd like to keep living and not be in jail. Leo just like gives him finger guns. Smart man.
I'm trying to remember. We haven't run into the tiefling before here, right?
Nope.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, before this facility, no.
Okay. Just making sure.
You do know, however, through Sneck finding some files and looking through them, that these guys are indeed Zal corrupted, much in the same way as the poor ice zombled guys back at the Niflheim facility.
Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose we ought to take him with us and see if we can give him some sort of medical attention.
And he's like, "Yeah, I can handle that. I'm gonna need to be doing a lot of paperwork anyway. So you guys do your thing. This was technically my job, so I'll handle the paperwork."
Oh, there might be some more guys in the power room being forced to disco. 'Cause I believe I know they're being forced to disco.
I think, yeah, because Myth had made a snarky comment about it, yeah. So you're at least aware that, like, Myth did something involving disco. And Leo's like, "Oh, right, yeah, so, okay. Well, that'll be a bridge to cross when I come to it then." Okay. Padma's just going to wander over here for now. At this point, Padma then speaks up. "What are we going to do about him?"
Who's him? As I make my way over there.
You see the answer when you get over there and she's pointing at the dwarf just cowering in the corner. He's just like curled up, just like, no. He looks wounded, but he doesn't want to move from that spot. Because to be fair, look at what two big things are in his peripheral right now.
Hand him over.
Just
hand him over to Leo as well. Though he did escape once.
What, this guy?
The dwarf? He had escaped police custody once already.
That was this guy.
Ardrick.
Oh,
that was this
him.
guy. Yeah.
I don't know why
the dwarf I've just used the token before.
I don't know why I thought the dwarf had escaped.
Nope. Ardrick, who is already unconscious and restrained, is the one who escaped police custody, apparently.
I had misheard.
The dwarf is just a dude who was on the wrong end of justice, tried to run, found Mythid in here doing God knows what, and just ran in that corner, has just been there the whole time.
Let's restrain him and hand him over to Leo. He's collecting prisoners.
You said Mythid's like, "Don't worry, I got you, fam," and then all of a sudden pink chains wrap up around this guy. He's like, "Ah!" He falls over, just starts flailing, but even his legs are bounced. He's just he looks like a worm, kind of, just covered in pink chains, just trying to slide along the ground, but he can't. Ah!
I just shout to Leo, "There's another one in the corner over to the right of the door, past the fountain," and I'm gonna proceed. Let's see how terrain is progressing on getting Stormbinder.
Okay, terrain.
I rolled that a while ago.
Yeah, sorry. This happens. This finishes up right as terrain. You would finish this up right as Giacchio shows up while all that other shit's happening. You know the best with this newfangled technology shit. You're not, but damn it, you figure you could find what is the big on and off button. You're confident in that. Justice will guide you.
We don't need to leave anything in this lab on. Just turn everything off. It'll work.
This is true.
You're trying to see if you can use your brain before you just start breaking shit and hoping for the best. Fortunately, you see there's clearly the main power switch over there. So that'll be, that's turned back on because it had to be in order for the Skype call to work. Actually, yeah, that's how Giacchio, I think, Sneck was the first one who knows because Sneck turned it back on.
Yep.
Oh God, you found that guy. You find a thing that says you find one thing that reads lightning energy transfer, and you're like, ooh, what's that? So you start poking it because it's touch screen. So it's like, ooh, fancy. You touch that, see if it does anything. Brings up this like bunch of gibberish, and then what looks like a deactivate. And I assume you hit the deactivate button.
Deactivate. Turn off.
You hit that. It says shutting down protections, backup energy stores at 100%. So it seems like this place will still run even without it being directly hooked up. It just won't run indefinitely.
Is there a mass off switch to this whole laboratory here?
You guys used it earlier. It is over on the wall next to where it says, like right here.
Did we turn it off earlier?
You turned it off and then turned it back on. It's how you guys got the drop on a bunch of dudes in here because Giacchio walked in and threw the switch to turn it off.
Oh.
It was the
Why
one of the
would we
sessions.
turn it back on?
Because Giacchio wanted to send a message via the big rogue gallery Skype.
Yep.
Said message was, "Hey, Zayasha's dead."
And
Well,
you're probably
then I turn
next.
it back off. We don't need this thing.
There are people who might.
I mean, they're fine. They're just dancing.
I'm not talking about them.
It'll run out of power
Alright,
eventually
fine.
anyway. It doesn't matter whether you turn it on or off. It's gonna get
Well, like,
it's potentially gonna get destroyed anyway.
potentially going to get destroyed. There is also the matter that, like, Leo is on official business to be here. He might want to get the information out before you guys just start turning everything off forever.
Fine.
Look at it this way. Do you want to impede further justice coming, or do you just want to stop the justice here? And I assume you don't.
I already said fine.
Okay. I'm just making sure it's in a way that Terrain would be okay with. It's like, do you want further justice to come of this, or only this much justice? Because I feel like that's a good argument to use on Terrain.
It is a good argument to use on Terrain.
Let's move Celestine over here. Eleanor and her jam buddy are going to eventually catch up. Boop.
I'm still foot tapping.
Wait, was Stormbinder in that room? And did Terrain actually grab it yet? Or...
No, Stormbinder is in this. Is past here. It's not in this facility at all. It's back this way. You got to go back to the ruins.
That's right.
And upon seeing that Leo has an entourage of people in chains, don't you even worry. Mythid got your back because boop. And also this guy. Boop.
And also this guy.
Yeah. So the only one's still alive. And also, it's at this point you guys finally catch up and actually hear what the Mythid and Bodice, the dragon here, have been saying. And Mythid's like, you sure you'll be okay once I get you out of here, big guy? And the dragon's like kind of one big collage, like, quite so. I just need a decent stretch of water. Is there a decent stretch of water from here to the ocean? Which one, north or south? I gotta actually go to the world map to check that. Southern Ocean, if at all possible. The Mythid, like, you seem like, like, just suddenly an abacus, a pink flame abacus, just like starts doing like math on that real quick, and then, boop. Yes, there is. So, would you like to go now or later? The sooner the better. Okay, and then poof, the dragon's gone.
He's not doing.
Dragalia really is Terrain. It's hilarious.
I hope the Mythid wasn't doing that stupid new math.
What new math?
Never
Common
mind.
Core.
Huh?
Common Core. It's a stupid way to do math. Just never mind.
Okay. Yeah, no, he pulled out an abacus. I imagine he's going pretty old school. Well, he created Abacus. Like, okay, there's that down. He looks at Titania and her bitch-ass son, who is also still unconscious. Did you need a expedient way out of here, madam? And she's just like, as long as the door isn't closed, I'll find my way. You see her look in the direction of where Zayasha's dead body is and sort of nod and then look at Jacko. Your handiwork?
Yes. Well, mostly. The
Good enough. And then she disappears.
head portion was the oh.
Who just disappeared?
The
Titania.
Archfey and her stupid bitch-ass son.
Okay. Good.
And then she reappears. Well, that's one frustration out of the way. And Mythid actually looks surprised, like, why did you come back? Actually, fuck, does she come back? Fuck, let me check my notes. Shit. She might not have done that. Only now it occurred to me I didn't actually have my notes for the session open. Fuck!
It's okay. I don't know if it's just me, but I don't think there's music playing.
No, I haven't turned on music.
Okay. Just making sure it wasn't just me.
Yeah, no, there's no music yet. 'Cause I'm just like, I don't feel like picking out a song right now. Yeah, no, she doesn't come back. Okay. She already gave you guys the loot, which was the sweet hat and mantle her son had because he's a little bitch and doesn't deserve cool things.
I was just about to ask what those things did.
You'll find out with the hat. The
Okay.
mantle will do something whenever I figure it out, but I know what the hat does so far.
Well then, shall we grab...
Oh wait, no, she does come back because I just realized something. She comes back and then she points at the. She comes back. Before I get too far away from you, though, she points at the big pink guy. What in the hell's is that? And Mythid like pokes around the corner. That's a good question. Can't answer.
It's a friend.
My uncle had created it somehow. I'm not sure exactly what he did. But it didn't seem to obey him.
Created or summoned,
Yes.
or maybe both. It's just. And this is Arvid like just kind of like making like just she's like trying to explain. He doesn't really know either. He just knows it shows up. That's just like,
It showed up, beat up bad guys with ice cream. I call that a win for us.
At that point, Mythid, whoop, ice cream, you say? The big pig thing just sort of like it just sits down and it's like stick up, kind of like Kirby does when Kirby's sitting down, and it's like stares curiously at the Mythid. You know, I could use a friend here. And at the word friend, its eyes like light up. Titania's like, I trust you would be minding this creature. Mythid, of course. It's like, all right. As long as it doesn't cause any trouble out in the forest, I'll leave you to it then. Farewell. And then she disappears.
Out of character, we're
Archfey,
losing
yo.
the pink bean. But that's kind of a good thing because we have too many fucking pets as it is. Anyway.
Yeah. So it seems like Mythid will be taking care of the pink bean.
Well then,
To
shall
be fair,
we...
it kind of fits his color scheme anyway.
Indeed. Shall we grab Stormbinder and get the fuck out of here?
Sounds like a plan. And for the sake of brevity, I'm not going to put you guys back to the fucking maps. Let's just get back to the world map. Whoop. Oh, wait. 1 second. I need to go back to that map because I need to copy over the token of the Kashai. Because he is a friend and he is Padma's.
Mm-hmm.
Copper. Meet back to this map. Go to the...
The way you said that sounded ominously like another word that has become a meme.
Cuffing!
Remind me, the reef is somewhere in here, right?
1 moment. I am back on that other map because I needed a different token for another thing. Yeah, that's exactly where the reef is.
Okay.
Don't mind the fact that I'm putting Zayasha's token on the world map. I need it for stuff.
He died here.
Well, I have marked locations with major enemies
No, I
encountered
know.
at them.
No, I know.
Well, except the domain of conflict. You got the God of War there.
Clark wasn't an enemy either,
No, he wasn't. He was good.
and neither was Dane's life.
He was also good. Let me just
He water jetted someone off the fucking bus.
That
was glorious.
Let me just slide Zayasha's token underneath the party because the party is still currently there.
E.
So on the way out, I assume Terrain is the first one to make it to the Stormbinder because he has his boots of +5 speed on.
Go fast.
Well,
as
maybe
before-
Eleanor's flying. You don't know.
Well, yeah, but I imagine she is still deferring to Master Justice because she is only
Yeah.
Apprentice Justice.
Not to mention, she's probably walking, lost in thought about her
Her pink
that
friend.
was left behind.
Well, no, she got to keep the headphones and also a MP3 player. He gave her one
Okay.
before she left.
That's good enough.
And it's like these big, like white plastic-looking headphones, like green stars on like the sides of the ears. It's got some sweet jams on this iPod.
I will cherish it.
Eventually, when Eleanor learns Find Familiar, she summons a tiny pink bean.
You know it.
But upon getting there, you very quickly realize that there is no longer a wall of force surrounding the cables or even the glass thing holding the Stormbinder. And indeed, you can just see the Stormbinder itself, which is this not super impressive looking artifact, but it's still this like dark gray leather bracer with purple amethyst gemstones stitched into it.
I'm guessing, given that it's an Odyssey forged, it still has this air of amazing around it.
Yeah, like it looks super fancy. Like there's like also little lightning bolt stylized inlays that also match the purple color of it overall. Like you look at this thing, it doesn't look the most impressive compared to some of them, like, you know, Orzal or the Ignition Town or even the Boof Summer of Boofingness.
It still has this.
The Boof Farmer
It still has this
thing.
air of awe around it, I would assume, given that it's an Odyssey forged, even if it doesn't look impressive. Especially when you know what it is. It's like,
Yeah, no,
this is
compared to the other
badass,
ones,
and you know it's badass.
it's still impressive. It's clearly it's like not quite on the same level as the other ones, maybe, but it's still like, you know, this is an object of great power.
Yeah. That's just
With great
amplified
power
when you
comes
know
great
exactly what it
justice.
is.
Great power comes great justice. Yes.
Not even great responsibility, just great justice. I think this would be fitting for you, Terrain, given your propensity for lightning.
I take the lightning.
Alrighty, let me get the item description for it, and I'll throw it at you, Rin.
Unless someone objects.
Yay.
I am not going to object to Justice Senpai getting lightning.
All right, Rin. There you go. It's already at stage 2.
Now the sad part, deciding what place.
I forget what he has that's already attuned to him.
His sword, his gloves, and his belt. Because he has the lightning
Probably the
fireball glove, the storm glove that lets him just create the dunk sphere and throw it at somebody.
Oh, decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Not really the gauntlets are the least useful. But yeah, so while I'm doing that, go ahead.
Okay. It's a shame I gave you that gauntlet and I figured you'd figure out a way to around it, but if you're gonna go for the Stormbinder over the gauntlet.
I kind of need my belt, and I can't really give up my sword.
Fair enough. Well, maybe you can find some other use for the gauntlet.
Can always give it to Justice Kohai.
Justice Kohai, give her the gauntlet of lightning justice. You get 2 gifts. You get the scarf of dramatic heroism and also the gauntlet of storms. And of those, only one requires attunement. Okay, yeah, you.
My belt of shadow stepping require attunement?
Nope,
Okay.
I don't think so. Anyways,
Actually, one moment.
I forgot what that did. Did I
if you're in dim or dark light, you can just teleport.
Oh yeah,
Allow
that's
me
right.
to use my sword real quick. So this might actually just be a better version of my sword as a burster.
I was like, let me actually double check that with the belt, the shadow stepping belt.
Okay, unfortunately, the weapon is still slightly worse than my sword.
Oh, okay. The belt of shadow stepping, Jinx, lets you, when you're in dim light or darkness, as a bonus action, you can teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space you can see that is also in dim light or darkness. And you have advantage on the first attack you also have advantage on the first melee attack you make before the end of your turn if you do that. So you can poof up on somebody and then get to stabbing.
Then Shiakio really would have had to put me far away. Double move bonus for an extra 60 feet.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's that.
So you can expend 1 charge to cast Lightning Bolt, but if you go Lightning Bolt, you have to spend 2.
Yes, because you use the 2 charges instead of a spell slot.
Yeah, but if you don't know it, you're just spending a charge to cast for free. That's weird. I don't know. Just feels like it's punishing you for knowing Lightning Bolt.
Huh, that's a good point. I'll get back to you on that detail about it then. I only just now realized this because it's been set in stone for so long. It's like that's a good point. Let me fix that. I'll get back to you with that one.
Assume we see leave.
Oh no, the difference is if your DC is higher than 18, because it has a set DC for the spell.
Oh, true. Well, my DC is 18, so.
So for you, it doesn't matter. You can just keep casting it from the item. Like that's
the thing is the weapon it conjures is actually weaker than my sword.
well. Instead, you can just add damage to it.
Oh, any weapon they wield. Okay. Not
Mhm.
just
You can
as-
create one, or you can amp up a weapon you have.
Noted. Let me just bake that into my weapons real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll get back to you on the lightning bolt effect of it then.
It's lightning damage, so I can just bake that into 6. I already have lightning.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys get that. Items are shuffled around as you guys start making your way out.
I assume we give Leo our contact info for in case he needs us to make a statement for a report or something in his paperwork.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, well, I'm pretty sure you guys are on file, but okay.
Just in case.
Fair enough. He also like hangs back a little bit to seemingly talk with the myth it is you guys are heading out to grab the Stormbiter and then get out the ruins yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, because one of you has a keened mind, that one being the Heck, you know exactly where your bus is and how to get back to it from where you're at.
Despite the Feywild being the Feywild.
Yeah, Sneck is a bit too smart to be fooled by the Feywild,
You know it.
or at least this Fey forest.
Yeah, I'm just calling it Feywild for simplicity's sake.
Yeah,
This
fair enough.
localized
Oh, it's
Feywild.
it's 1d6 plus 2. Damn it, I gotta go re-edit everything.
Alright then.
And you guys make it back to your bus, and you find a letter slipped into a cup holder near the driver's seat.
I open the letter.
It's some like fancy note. It seems to be a document for safe travel through these lands, and it's signed by Titania.
Ah.
Yeah,
You're not sure why she felt the need to give it to you, or why she couldn't give it to you before you left, but you have it.
Eh.
And I assume you guys get Sneck behind the wheel of the car and just start driving your way out.
Snackbot.
Sneckbot, sorry, my mistake. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm assuming we're gonna start heading east.
Well, you guys got to head back to town.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's true too. Yeah, we gotta head back to town first.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I mean, you guys may want to rest up because you guys did do a lot of shit today.
Yep. Yeah.
Let's head back to town, cash in that last night of staying at that hotel, then get back on the road.
Yep.
And even though it's not the end of the session, congrats. You have cleared the lightning arc of Elemental Odyssey.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact you leveled up right before the boss fight, I'd give you another level up right now. But hey, you still came out of it with an Odyssey forged, a bunch of information about all of the evil bad, and Jonna's having her own adventures involving a lot of fire right now.
As she is wont to do.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Pay no mind to this button. I'm just making sure it works. Yep, it works. Yeah.
Ooh. Also, I just might remove the part about just delete the part on the Stormbinder about using charges to cast it for like if you have a spell slot. Just remove that part.
Did.
Yeah, like just
All I
from the
had
item
is
overall.
One charge the bearer and make a lightning bolt.
Yeah. Means a lot more lightning bolts for terrain, and since it is still casting a spell, guess what that works with?
Boop 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 boop.
Lightning boop, lightning boop, lightning boop. Oh god, I've made terrain into a death machine now. Oh god, what have I done?
We're just breaking.
He already was a death machine. You gave him more uses of it.
Let's just break the entire tank line while we're at it.
Fuck.
I mean, I did a good job of that, but on my own.
Yeah, true. And to be fair, terrain did crit a bitch down from full HP to like a third of his health remaining in one attack.
Seems legit.
Or actually, no, one round of combat because it was his lightning ring blade and then the regular slappies. Okay. Right then. Now, you guys have scoot you guys back up on the map too, Fulson. Boop. So back up there, and the route you're going to take around to the reef is going to go this way, around the globe, because that island on the far left should be like right around here-ish.
Fencing justice as we go.
Mm-hmm.
And at least one person is also going to get to read my Volsung book to get their casting modifier added to their cantrips. For that little
it takes like a day and a half about worth of reading to get it, so there's going to be a few chances for people to poke at that.
Yeah, yeah, Eleanor's going to be reading through that.
I don't want me reading through
Yeah,
because all of the damage is cantrips.
you and Arvin both.
I mean, both characters are incredibly cantrip-centric.
Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I like cantrips. They're
So
rad,
you
yo.
actually use them without having to worry about running out of them. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how long is this travel time going to be?
Well, you're going to have to get the rest of the way across Cavalli, get a boat, and ride the boat.
This is true.
So, it might be a while.
In other words, potentially everyone's going to get a chance to...
Actually, let me just...
all the casters, basically, that want it.
Let me do some quick math for what'll be happening about this.
Justice.
It took you about 2 weeks, about a week, maybe a little bit longer to get from Megas down to where you are now. I'm cutting for my boat because you can't really fit your bus onto an airship. You guys are probably going to be on that boat for about another 2 weeks.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, from where you are all the way to the reef, about 2 weeks. With some of that being spent on a boat.
If we don't get any major interruptions, that's a day and a half to read that book. Everyone who could benefit from it, and then some could probably read that book.
Yeah.
What does the book do?
It adds your casting modifier to your cantrip damage.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a trait called Volsung Battle Magic.
Well, that's +5 to all my cantrips.
Yeah, it's +5 to all of Arvin's and Padma's and Fenlis's and Eleanor's. So,
Not quite yet for Eleanor, I don't think.
well, over the kids they're gonna have like 2 weeks. You're gonna get a chance to read it. So,
And I mean, hey, that'll be like +4 damage to each hit of Jolt, so that's gonna be fun.
mm-hmm. Oh yeah, make sure you hit the long rest button on your character sheet because you guys
Oh,
are definitely
yeah.
gonna have some long rests in your future.
Lots of cuddling will ensue on this trip.
Do
Mm-hmm.
you want me to bake the +5 into the melee attack or the part? Yeah, the melee attack part of Booming Blade. Okay. So this becomes 2d6 plus strength plus 6 slashing damage.
The extra damage goes onto the actual like spell part of it, so it would be the extra lightning damage at the bottom of it.
All right, so instead of 3d6 plus 2, it's 3d6 plus 7.
No, that's still wrong. 1 second, let me open your sheet.
You said to bake it into lightning damage part of my trips.
Hold on. Because I had the lightning, because you do bonus lightning damage on hit when you just hit them with the lightning rune blade. So hold on a second while I get your sheet to load open. You see where it says like below that that's on Booming Blade. See where it says the X whatever thunder damage? The extra damage should be going down there. Plus int. Because that's the part of it's the extra damage from your cantrip, not the base weapon itself hitting things.
And if you do plus int, it'll automatically adjust if your thing goes up or down.
Mm-hmm.
For any reason.
Because Booming Blade and I believe Lightning Rune Blade already have the int modifier applied to them. Let me scroll down and check. Lightning Lure doesn't.
Yeah, I'm fixing that. Because the actual cantrip buttons for Booming Blade and Lightning Rune Blade don't get used.
Well, they're meant to be used for the explosion part of them.
Explosion!
No, the explosion part of them is baked into the attack button.
That I can tell you why that's wrong, because they both do extra damage on hit and then they also explode. There are 2 extra separate parts of more damage from them. Because see, Booming Blade does have some damage in it already. And Booming Blade does more on its explosion than it does on its bonus to hit. Because I know, because we've had this fucking conversation before, and you keep forgetting.
He'll learn one of these days.
Yeah. But okay, that's fine with that. Let me just slot this into our van. Come on, goddammit.
Just realized I never really put that in Lightning Rune Blade.
Remind me, Cuerno is basically Space Australia, right?
Space Australia with roughly about where the N is, or about where the little line coming off the Q is. That's about where Space Hong Kong is. So it's Australia plus Hong Kong, except Hong Kong is an island. So, you know, it's a whole lot of weird.
And you can take a picture, of the landscape and have 2,000 things that want to kill you in that picture.
Mm-hmm. The biggest one being whatever landmass you're aiming at. If that concerns you, good.
Because it should.
Pretty much.
So I get the int damage to the on hit effect and the explosion effect.
If the explosion effect didn't already have it, yes. And I don't believe it did for Lightning Rune or Booming Blade.
Baby. That's a lot of extra damage.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I will be right back while we travel.
Okay. It's less extra damage for Arvin because his is more about cleaving. Okay, that's Arvin's is done. This is probably not going to be that interesting an episode to rewatch because it's mostly just like stuff that should have happened in the end of the last session, but we were running a little long, so it's like, let's just scooch along here.
We gotta have downtime episodes once in a while.
Yeah, like this is basically that, so you guys can do stuff over the trip, which mostly involved reading the book, which means everybody who uses cantrips even a little bit gets more deeps out of them now.
For the sake of brevity, what I'm gonna do also, in between snuggling with Padma, is I'm going to look into what my mother was doing. Like, what exactly was she looking for? Because I don't think... I'd have to look at my backstory again, but I don't think I got too many details. I just know she was looking for allies and info on Shayasa. Probably to counteract anything he's probably doing.
Good lord, Darien Super Soaker is very dangerous now. 3d10 plus wisdom.
Haha.
Water Bolt, don't fuck around, yo.
Right? Yes, I'm gonna look into my mother on this trip. See if I can pick up some sort of trail on her.
You're gonna have to Google that then.
Investigation roll?
That would be correct.
24. I think all I knew is she was gathering allies against Shayasa, and she was looking for info on him. And that she was assassinated. That's pretty much all he knows.
I assume he's looking it up by her name, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. You rolled a 24?
Yes.
Damn. You really wanted to know.
It's his mother.
Very true.
His assassinated as fuck mother.
Looking up into stuff about her death, I'm
assuming, given that she was assassinated, this is a high fucking DC.
Well, it's more that like it is partly because you're not sure how many people know about it, or if it was even like known at all. Because like sometimes someone just found dead just might not stick out. Like it's
Mikote woman found dead in back alley.
Yeah, for all you know, it could be something like that. Because if Zayasha didn't know, then
I basically am sifting through articles and finding something that sounds like it'd be a match.
For the most part, yeah. That is a lot of what you're doing.
I return.
Heyo.
Jason, we have Padma. What did Jacchio roll investigation for?
He's looking over the course of the 2 weeks. He's primarily looking into his mom. And the fact that she, died.
Rip.
Okay, let me just make sure.
Swift and probably lethal justice will be dispensed, possibly, if and when he finds out.
I was about to ask that if we run it, do we run into anything that requires justing?
I'll get to that after the
investigation.
Mm-hmm. It's probably because you only know that she's gone, and that she's apparently dead. Or does he know for sure that she's dead, or that she just disappeared?
He knows she was assassinated. and he assumed the uncle did it. That's what I wrote in my backstory.
Okay, so he is aware that okay. In that case, then you're able to. You've made a few connections over the years. I'm willing to say that just because you've been a merc, even a freelancer, you got to know some guys to get you some jobs.
Yeah, and that and I assume I know some. I know of some friends of the family she might have used in her network of contacts. I would assume.
Yeah, like you have a way to figure this out. Like you're hitting them up, like saying like, hey, I took care of some business and I found out like the guy I thought killed mom didn't, because I assume you've mentioned this to a few of them, and they're like, okay, so
yeah, among her trusted contacts,
you get some feelers out there.
Yeah.
The consensus a few of them get is just like there's nothing like really pegging anyone in particular. Like there's no like known like hallmarks of a particular either group of assassins, some of the shadier the shady under the table merc groups that don't make themselves known publicly. So the literally just like poking around, like it doesn't have the hallmark scene like the typical evil mercs.
Yeah.
Because it's just like well, yeah, it definitely looks like assassination. It's a weird one. So there's at least over the course of these 2 weeks that you guys are like on the bus and everything, and bus, the boat, and all that jazz, Rooney. It's narrowing down. It's definitely it just keeps coming up to like basically the best place to find out the most likely place for an unorthodox murderer to have come from is. It unfortunately just keeps coming up Desland.
Oh, lovely.
It's to be fair, a lot of them mention like it keeps coming up this particular mafia, but that's only because it's literally like if you're not sure, they're just a safe
irons in the fire.
They have a lot of irons in the fire, fingers in the pies, and if they didn't do it, they might know who did because they may have been the middleman.
Yeah.
So, at the very least, if they weren't the ones who were paid to send out a hitman to do it, they were the guy who's like, "Hey, find me a hitman to do this," and they're like, if it's not one of their guys, they could found some other guy to do it.
Right.
So they're either
it's a safe bet they have knowledge one way or the other.
Yeah. It's either they did it or they know who did it. It's one of those two. Because it's always just like, if you're never sure in the underworld, assume Desland until proven otherwise.
I'm assuming 2 weeks. Would 2 weeks be long enough to, with either this investigation role or separate investigation role, try, and with those contacts, try and figure out maybe exactly what specific info she was getting, and see if I can get maybe a hit on something that
with that role you can definitely get them set on the trail at the end of the 2 weeks, and you might hear back later.
Okay, yeah, because in my head Shiakio's thinking she might have either purposely or incidentally stumbled into something that got her assassinated, some specific piece of information that she might have found.
Yeah, so you may not know for sure who did it, but you've got a lead. And you've got some people who are like, hey, she did right by me. I'll help you out on this one. So I'd love to pin whoever killed her to the wall. Like she knew she was pretty good to a few people. She knew back in the business. So it's like you've got some of the higher up dudes in her little network that still contact you if they haven't like dropped off the radar or died.
Yeah.
You've got a few like
especially
3 or 4 for like
I'm her son.
Yeah, no, like she did right by me. I feel I can do right by your kid. Like you've got at least 3 or 4 guys like that.
Yeah.
Because they've been curious too, and it's like, well, you know what? You're coming to me for this. They do mention though, if it looks like it's gonna get too hot, we're gonna bail for our own safety, and we'll tell you as much. But we'll go as deep as we can without putting our without getting some knives at the throat.
Akio understands and actually subtly.
Like, if you want to go deeper with what we get you, that's up to you.
Yeah. Go as deep. He basically says, go as deep as you can at your own risk. I don't want to put your life.
As deep as you're willing to risk it, basically.
Yeah. Take as big a risk as you feel you can. But
not die. So
yeah, but safety is priority.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. One of them just kind of chuckles as you're on the phone with him. Other's like, sound just like your mom, and then he hangs up.
Hey.
And that particular guy, his name was Delan, Delan. He's just like,
Delan's a dick.
What?
I said Delan's a dick.
Oh, he said in like that kind of like it's more meant to be like a nostalgic tone of voice. And
I thought he was making a joke, and I thought that was hilarious.
No, he was being serious because like he's this old furbolg guy she knew. Yes, somehow there's a furbolg who's like aware of the underworld. Don't worry about it, my dude. So he's this big dude, like Tyoshi Akio. Whenever you talk to him, he always felt like you're talking to like an actual like nice uncle.
You're right.
And not, absolute bastard man that your actual uncle is. So old Dylan hasn't really steered you wrong yet.
Mm-hmm. I got feelers out, and I'll hear back eventually.
Yep, so that's something the DM's gonna have to be rolling for. That'll be fun.
As if I'm not giving you things for Sheakio to be rolling against anyway.
Yeah, there's other stuff.
I know of 2 or 3 so far. Alias, Andala, and now this.
Oh. Saying this like I haven't finished rolling for Alias ages ago. Get on my level. Be as afraid of that as you want to be.
Oh god. I'm not terrified at all. Shifty eye, shifty eye.
Well, this is what happens when you deal with Alias and a bunch of horny dragons.
And now apparently, at least potentially the Mafia.
Which is fine, because I gotta deal with them with anyway for Padma.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go get an axe to further break our boof.
Mm-hmm.
How dual wielding works. He can make an attack with whichever axe he has as his main weapon, then his secondary attack is with the other axe.
Here's what happens with dual wielding. Without 2-weapon fighting as like a fighting style or feats to do it, he will be able to make all his normal attacks with his main hand, and then his offhand will get 1 attack as a bonus action, but won't be able to add his ability modifier to the damage.
Oh shit.
Which really just means all it's doing is 5 points less damage, because that's all it's missing is his strength for damage. It has everything else.
So
it's why, like, most of the...
He's basically getting his other extra attack early. Basically. At the cost of a bonus action.
Well, he doesn't use his bonus action for a lot anyways.
Which is true. So it's like, how many attacks does he get now? 3?
Baseline 3. 4 if hasted or dual wielding. 5 if hasted and dual wielding.
Good lord.
Which does mean, yes, if he's hasted and dual wielding at level 20, he will have 6 attacks in 1 turn before action surge.
Dagger, 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 dagger.
No, in this case, he would just be...
Oh my god.
Like, I believe...
So, Someone, if they don't already have it, should take the haste spell just for that.
I know Skara had it, but he used it on himself a lot.
Yeah, he did.
I believe the most amount of attacks Kel can make in one turn, main hand and offhand together, is level 20, hasted, and with action surge, he could get 10 attacks.
Christ. He is the walking tactical bladed nuke.
I'll be honest,
Boof.
I've been looking into it. If you want one thing in particular really dead, nothing beats a fighter. Literally nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Fighter is the boss deleter.
Yeah, in 1v1 fights.
Yeah, in a 1v1, a fighter just wins. Because no one gets to attack too many times with a fighter except maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not very good at dealing with groups unless they build specifically for that.
Yeah, you'd have to go for builds for that. Like, groups are the purview of,
Mages.
Most mages, kind of ranger.
Something with either a lot of AoE or a decent amount of crowd control.
Yeah.
But I will be right back, because dinner.
Okay.
Justice.
Rolling for justice. God damn.
Do we stumble across great justice or small justice?
Let me check to make sure this is what I think it is.
Oh boy. Buckle up, no, it's time for justice.
Oh, no. Be ready for just disappointment.
Oh, darn.
Like, I actually got an encounter for you guys. I looked at what it is. These little fuckers wouldn't survive 3 turns if they survive 1. So, along the boat trip, your party gets assaulted by, unfortunately, I rolled for a group of bandits. The CR for a bunch of bandits is not that high, and
they are justiced.
It's a thing, like, you guys wouldn't even really need to try unless you just wanted to delete them faster with, like, a spell.
This is during the boat ride, right?
Like, you guys basically, like, some pirates jump on the boat, but you guys just spring into action and just fuck their shit sideways the moment they try to do anything.
I mean, a much more hilarious way to word it would be like, they pull up along to the boat, our parents be boarded, I'm just like, lightning bolt.
You just blow up the bus.
I just fry a bunch of them. Prepare to be boarded, prepare to be justiced! Boom!
Beware the storm of justice!
I mean, I do have the Stormbinder now, and that last time I clicked the button did 36 damage.
Yeah.
Boop.
Because that's actually the other thing with the Stormbinder. You can't scale its level with the things. You just get to cast it a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that's a problem for you.
Nope.
I mean, it is still lightning bolt. Okay. Yeah, no, like some... like, let me look at this thing. How many dudes is there? Yeah, like two like not super big ship, like small boats, like try to jump on like the big one that's like carrying vehicles, and you guys, because you'd have to get like a heavy transport boat to get your bus onto it and get it across the ocean. In fact, the only reason you guys were probably able to get on that boat at all is because, like, you're the only non-cargo on the boat, just your bus and you guys. And you get on because, like, well, if we get jumped by pirates, you guys gank them and we'll let you on. You're like, okay. And you guys been jumped by pirates and you're now ganking the pirates really hard. Like, these...
You cannot outdo justice.
The average health of these guys is, like, scratching at 40 at best. They're fucked. Like, you guys just, like, the pirates just show up and just fucking, like, Terrain just walks up to one boat, sup, Stormbinder, and this poof, bolt hole.
It's like, we're
right.
here, like, prepare to be boarded. We're after all your stuff. You don't want to do that. Yes, we do. You don't want to do
One of them just like throws up like the fucking boarding ladder and just starts climbing up, and you just poof, straight down and just through the engine, through two guys.
Hold on a second, actually. I want to press the button.
Oh, please hit the button.
I want to try something. Load stupid character sheet. Load. 20, why you do this?
Oh no. Oh, I think I just realized how like terrain handles one boat, and do you try to intimidate them before they jump on?
It's like, we're primarily boarded. You don't want to do that. Yes, we do. You don't want to do that.
Well, the captain isn't intimidated. The rest of them are like, hey, boss, I don't think we should do that.
They're right. You shouldn't.
What did I walk in on?
Okay,
We're
so
being boarded by pirates.
well, let me catch Tori up. Let me catch Tori up.
Again.
You guys resolved the remainder of the things in the Stormbinder ruins. You got the Stormbinder. Terrain has it. You guys start on your boat trip, and it's going to take long enough that everyone gets to read the book of plus damage to cantrips, so I just put it on all your sheets for you. So it's already on Padma's. It's already on Fenlis's. Giacchio began looking into stuff about his mom dying. It seems to all be pointing back to the fucking Mafia, because of course it does.
But we're being boarded by pirates again.
You guys rolled like a CR. Let me see this. Let me look at these guys.
But why
CR
pirates again?
CR7 encounter. The highest health among all these pirates is oh no, there's one with 50. The rest are all 40 or below.
Where's the captain?
Why pirates? Because we're at sea and all they can really
Where's
yeah,
the
you guys are on a
captain?
boat.
Where's the captain?
The captain is almost being intimidated by Terrain, who's standing over one of their boarding ladders. I imagine right now Steck is at the other boarding ladder, just stabbing anyone who comes up it.
Okay, you know what? I don't care. I'm firing.
But-
I don't care. I'm firing a lightning bolt by their heads. Fuck off!
Okay, roll intimidation with advantage then, because you just cast lightning bolt past them.
Apparently, Padma's scared in Terrain.
Well, to be fair, Terrain just tried to scare them. Padma tried to kill them first.
That was a warning shot. I purposely aimed past them, but still.
I told
off!
you didn't want to do that.
The
Didn't
captain, who's
listen
like,
to
he's
me.
about halfway up the thing, and he sees the lightning bolt go past his head and into the water. You're right. He climbs back down. Get the ladder off. Get the ladder off. And then just go. And the boat just hauls ass away. You look back over at the other boat though, and Snackbot is just like a Tonberry at the top, just stabbing. Actually no, he's using the punch thing to launch people away. The limit crusher just punch and just shoot people away. The first one goes flying. The rest are underneath him. Actually, for that, roll intimidation with advantage for Snackbot, please.
Okay. Snackbot's intimidation isn't very good.
Well, don't worry. He gets to add his strength to it. 6. It's only 12. Next guy goes up again. Please roll the punch again. He goes flying. Roll intimidation with advantage again. Plus his strength modifier. After the second guy, they're just like, no. They don't even go for the ladder, just hit the boat and book it to get out of there. Because to be fair to the like both of them's like they have a plus. I don't have faith these guys can make the strength save, so I just like didn't even try because they had disadvantage because they're on a ladder getting punched. And just the first time dude goes flying out, they're like, no, come here, poof. Nickbot punch. So you guys dealt with some bandits by way of tactical use of lightning bolt and ladder camping. So there was your entertainment for the week. You guys got on that heavy cargo ship by promising to protect them from pirates. Pirates showed up and you just made them piss themselves in fear. Well, except for the two who are now currently in the ocean. due to Snackbot punching them really, really hard.
Yeah.
Hi, Boof.
Hell,
It's Cal. Hello.
Hi, Boof. You caught up with the party just finishing dealing with some pirates.
So
Sure.
unimportant, we basically just hand waved the
Yeah, pretty much.
They had no HP.
The highest health of the pirates was 50.
Boy, that's not even a full boofening.
Yeah, no. Actually, no. If you hit all 3 attacks, that is in one entire boof. No, that's still not even a maximum boofening of action surge. No, these guys just no, they're gone. But yeah, you guys are currently about this point. You're actually nearing the end by now because I don't think anyone else had anything else they really wanted to do over the 2 weeks it was going to take you to get from Folsom to the reef.
no.
Yeah, not much of a point for my characters.
Fair enough. In that case, it means I get to move your token way across the map back over to this side.
I think we want to be a little bit further.
I know. I just had to pan the fucking thing.
This is why I zoom out.
Well, I didn't want to zoom out at the moment, so shut up.
No.
You guys make it to this island here for a quick pit stop for the boat, and then get the rest of the way to Nexima.
Woo.
Do.
And from there, it's like another 2-day drive to get to the reef proper. Particularly if you want to get to the spot where Padma's friends are first. Because I assume friend checking is a priority.
Yeah. Eh?
Kel went friend.
Yeah, my old friends.
Okie dokie. Boop, boop, boop. Rin, to answer your question, scroll back over to about where actually no, fuck it, I'll just show her on the map. GM interview. And currently Jana is around there.
Well, that's where she was before this time skip.
Oh, actually, in that case, after the time skip, she's probably closer to here.
Do.
I got a long way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Hang in there.
You're also doing other things. She's doing other things on the side anyway, so
Well, yeah.
maybe just slid her back to the GM layer for now. So in the course of her own investigation stuff, that's where she's ended up. You don't know how much. I'm not going to bother to say how much farther around Techna she's been. Just stuff is happening. Don't worry about it. Let's see, but waiting for the Kel to get on roll 20.
You're probably gonna have to roll for me tonight because I have some other stuff that needs to get done.
Okay. I'll just keep open the booth sheet then. Alrighty. So, Padma, you did have directions to their place, right?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, it would be closer to... Actually, yeah, that is about the right spot. Fucking hell. Okay. You might need to give me Padma's backstory again, because I just now realized I don't have it anywhere in my notes. I assume you had a Google Doc for it, right?
Let me dig it up.
Okay. I was just checking to make sure I wasn't insane for a second.
You underestimate the amount of Google Docs I have.
No, I don't. I'm just trying to make sure I wasn't crazy because I feel like you'd sent me one.
It's more like I had to scroll through a lot.
Ah.
Because
Okay.
I have a lot. There you go.
Okie dokie. I like the title. Okay. It well, for starters, Celestine, when you start getting nearer and nearer the tree, you see the tree in the distance, and just head is out the window, tail is wagging. You're gonna damn near kill someone with that thing. It's going so fast. Excited boof.
Weaponized boofs.
Weaponized tail wag.
Tail of death.
There's some turbo wagging. Let's see here. Okay. So got that. It's a little off the path you're used to taking, but at least you know of it. Like there's like a little village along a side route it's sort of the long way around. And you're at first confused, then Pat was like, I'm gonna go see friends, and you're just like, friends? And more tail wagging ensues.
I'm sorry, what? I had to take my headset off.
It's more that Celestine was wondering why you guys were going the long way. Then your Padma was like, I have friends over here, and he's just like, friends, and more tail wagging happens. That just seems the most logical progression for Boof here. It's like, hear about more friends. Friends. It is again just a little bit off the path of getting to the reef. But oh my god, I have so many fucking maps. Oh my god. Oh my god, why do I have so many fucking maps? Why'd I do this to me?
Because you're a doofus.
No. Actually, I'll just keep that one just for now.
Excuse me.
Okay, let me... Oh my god, roll 20. I don't need this shit right now. Thank you. Ah! Damn it, past me. You should have been more prepared. Fuck, shit, ass. No. Actually, yeah, this place will work. This place will definitely work. Size of this thing. Roll 20, please. Thank you. Roll. I'm getting so angry with roll 20. Don't have time for this bullshit. Trying to not take forever. but it doesn't want to cooperate with me.
Also, Twin, I wonder if it's laggy because you have so many maps.
Mm. You know, let's see if getting rid of some of these helps. 'Cause I don't think we're gonna need to reuse the Zayasha's Labo bad map for anything. Uh, Okie dokie. World map, come back to me. I need to borrow the party bus. No, I need the token layer, not the map layer. Please work with thank you. Okay. So let's just slide you guys over to the map of the nice little cozy town of Condleton.
Wait, did you say the town's name is Cuddleton?
Condeltun, and there's like a little umlaut over the U.
That's a triangle, not an
Condleton.
umlaut.
Whatever.
Cuddles.
Yeah, let's just call the town Cuddles from now on.
Cuddleton. Sure.
I feel like I've seen this map somewhere before.
You might have. I pulled it
But
off of fucking Google.
I believe last time I saw this map, it was Wendigos. That was a fun fight.
Hmm.
Don't scratch or anything, and you turn into Wendigo, and your character's gone.
Fun times.
Oh yeah, totally fun.
But okay. It's a cozy little town. It's not super big. It's like in a
Oh god, rocks hurt.
fairly decent sized clearing in the forest. Some of it looks like it's been cleared out a little bit more. And it's right next to a river that feeds into the reef.
Do you know the reef?
Hmm?
Do you know the reef?
Hush
Do you
you.
know the
Karina, bump him with a pillow.
Get the newspaper, bop the doggo.
No bopping.
Do we disembark from bus?
If you want it.
Because I kind of want to.
I do.
Oh, no.
Zoomies to the tree.
Oh, no, you're not near enough the tree yet. You guys are at a town heading to the tree. Because Padma's friends are in the town.
I want to make sure the Space Mafia hasn't gotten to them yet.
Yeah. I assume you also have her address, right?
Yeah.
Alright, then let me pick a house that's going to be hers then. That one. That's...
Have you tried using the Thorn Dog GPS system? It's called Sense.
You've never met these people.
Terrain is going to go check and see if there's a wanted board.
It's gonna be this house up here. This one. This is the Padma friend house.
Okay.
The bus is teleported to the Padma friends.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull it a little bit closer just to make sure. That is the friend house.
Fuck! Hold on. I alt-tabbed away from it.
Oh.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, good, Tori. Oh, good. Mm-hmm.
Doing my pitch perfect, where I jump up in the air, the skirt literally just like goes up over my body. Oh, yes, I'm back in roll 20 now.
Okay. This occurs to me, I might need to find some tokens. Once again, I'm unprepared. I forgot to grab some for these guys like ages ago because I figured I'd have a longer time. Now that we're here, I don't have any.
When I said I got off work at 9 and I would be home like 9:30ish.
Yeah.
Maple Story distraction. Maple Story distraction.
No, Jack Games.
You were on Maple Story too for a while.
I was for a little bit, but I completely forgot about this thing until we started doing D&D when I should have thought about it ages ago. Because I meant to hassle you for tokens for them, and now it's just like,
Nope.
do I have anything close enough?
If you would like time,
You
Rin,
cut out really
cut
bad, Ren.
I
the
said
point
you
where-
need time to find the peoples. You could do things with other people while you do that. Because Terrain was going to check for a wanted board, and I think other people might do other things.
I don't know if a town this close to the reef would have a wanted board. If you fuck up bad
Villainy
enough,
is
the forest.
everywhere.
Yeah, but if you fuck up well enough, the villainy gets eaten by the forest.
Yeah, it's not unlike Neximo in general is a lot unlike a Hingashi version of Gridania, but with less racism.
The forest is sentient, is the thing.
Well, the forest is sentient the closer you are to the reef, because the goddess of nature has a lot of presence there, on account of it being her holy site.
She's also the reason why it's not racist, because she's just, no, be nice. People who are not nice get put in timeout.
Yeah, if you're not nice, you get in trouble. If you are nice, y'all good. Otherwise, rudening is not allowed.
Well, I don't know how close this town is to the reef and how sentient the forest is.
You literally can see the reef, the tree of the reef from here. You can see Yggdrasil. Like, do I need to get the world map back up just to show you?
No, I'm just if there's no wanted board, there's no wanted board. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, Google, come here.
Terrain simply aims to do justice wherever it may be done. Proximity to, godly objects and locations notwithstanding.
Oh, I know.
When justice cannot be done.
Okay, we'll use that. Let me see.
That is almost a cool helmet.
I love the almost a cool helmet.
Though the fucking scarf on it serves no purpose.
Okay, that's that one. What are the next two?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Well,
Hey.
come back.
What did I miss?
You missed absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with some tokens real quickly and not having the best time.
Ah. I'm sure Padma was recapped and or already knows what happened.
Yeah,
I
Tori's
showed up
been
in
caught
time
up.
to make some pirates piss themselves and run away.
Yeah, you guys encountered some pirates on the boat because that's how you got on the boat to begin with. And they did not have a good time, and so they ran like hell because they had self-preservation instincts, at least.
Right?
I fired a thunderbolt off by their head and they ran away.
Oh.
How much health do you got, boss? I got 52. I have more health than your entire party. Are you sure about this?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, no.
sure you
Like
wanna do
Snackbot,
this.
Snackbot was a rock up sock and robot. He was using the punch from the limit crusher to punch them off the ladders they came up.
Also
It took
high
until
cal.
the second time that happened before they decided, no, this is a bad idea.
Kel, it's funny. I would have half shot the captain because I did 23 damage with a lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, on the trip. Well, in the ruins, Padma got smooched right away, like I said. And lots of cuddles occurred on the trip. In between him trying to figure out what happened to his mother and people reading the Volsung book.
Yeah, the book for extra cantrip damage that's been passed around to the entire party.
Everyone gets more meaty cantrip dips. So we're in the reef?
No,
We're-
you are
No.
not at the reef yet. You're at a town near the reef because that's where Padma's friends are. I'm just trying to get tokens for very specific NPCs, and it's proving to be a bigger pain in my ass than I expected it to be.
No, that's fine. I was just curious if we made it to the reef yet or not.
Well, I mean, Twin, I gave you the animals they're based off of.
I know that's
Gratitude.
proving a pain in the ass to find like something that looks even remotely good for them. Oh wait, no. Oh, damn.
Just
That's
use
not...
the photorealistic animals, Twin.
Or type in hentai after it and then just...
No.
Let's
follow
not. No, I'm not subjecting myself to that. You can bite me. Just no.
Then they would go into furry porn anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fail to see the problem with this.
Art quality is all over the place in furry porn. Let me put it that
Oh
way.
no, trust me, I know.
Kel has seen some shit.
I have a
Obviously-
couple people I see draw a lot that I really like their style and stuff
Yeah.
like that because it's really smooth and stuff, but I have definitely seen some fucking atrocities.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh my god.
Tori, would you be opposed to me just using a picture of Ranulph for one of them?
No, I would not.
Okay,
Because
cool.
Ranulph was fun.
Cool, then I'm a bar Ranulph. I will, however, need you to pick from one of three for one of them, though. They are still technically your NPCs. Let me just throw them to you one at a time.
I'm having a very difficult time keeping my dinner down.
oh dear.
Middle one.
Middle one? Okay. Also, this next one I'm going to send you, this is the best I could find for Lioness that actually looked decently good.
That works.
Okay.
And you can just use the person I thought I named the fourth one for.
Well, I'm going to show you a copy image address. This is what I was going to use for the other one.
That's exactly who I meant.
Oh, cool.
Remind me again, we're in a port town where Padma's friends are?
No, you guys are along a river at the moment.
Or a river, okay.
It's a river near that feeds. It's a river that feeds into the Yggdrasil Reef. It's a little bit out of the way for a direct route. Celestine was only a little bit confused, but you guys came out this way because friends. So,
Okay.
Oof accepted the excuse of friend.
I don't know if Chaos Warship was at 14 or at what Twin said.
That was a 14.
Huh?
I heard a muffled horse shit.
Oh, that's the background, not the port.
Oh wow, they failed.
Yeah, I tagged him already though. Get fucked. Take my calm.
Okay, now I just need to get these into my tokens thing. Didn't intend for all of them to have that particular thing besides one of them, but whatever, I'll work with it. Okay, there are the tokens. Sorry this is taking so long.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because we're meeting friendos.
Terry will be wandering the town vigilant for more villainy or any signs of villainy.
He's gonna be kind of bored. I hate to disappoint you.
¿Qué pasa?
Ew. Almost done. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Tyrell's basically just wandering in town and seeing if like there's any villainy or anyone needs a hand or something. Being general do-gooder.
I mean, Sneck and Eleanor are basically just looking around, like looking at the scenery.
Admiring the giant tree in the distance.
Yeah.
Thank God for being able to shift and snap things to the corner, because that's making a map on the fly really, really easy. Oh wait, no! Don't put the tokens on the map layer. God, no.
I have my food.
Cool. Okay, I can close that. Wait, no. Shit, I still need the document stuff open for session plans and things. I almost closed that like a complete fucking moron.
Phew. Crisis averted.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
What?
Fuck. It was a fucking don't laugh compilation. I was doing so well until this one. I'm only in 2 minutes out of 12. Things to whisper to people when you hold them. You smell different when you're awake, and I was fine. Please help me. And then smiles if nothing was wrong. I was fine. Soon. I was fine. You have lovely skin. I can't wait to wear it. Fucking lost my shit.
What the fuck?
The Buffalo Bill ass shit.
Dear God.
Could you imagine if Celestine just did that? Grabs Onyx by the face. Your fur soft. I can't wait to wear it.
That's pretty big. That's a pretty big power move there, my dude.
Yeah, it is.
You just look at
That
your
is
evil brother.
a brick.
Wait,
That's
where you-
linemanship is what that is.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's what?
Alignment
It's
shit.
alignment shit.
Well, hey, if he's punishing a bad boyfriend, I ain't gonna be too upset. Disappointed, but not too upset.
Punish the bad boy and wear him as a freaking fur coat. Might raise a few eyebrows.
You will
It'd be
have
like
concerns.
the fucking Lion King. Think about it. Whenever he gets dirty, you can always just take him out and beat him.
Oh yeah, turning Scar to a rock. Oh god. Okay, let's catch back up because things are ready now. So the moment you guys make town, Train basically just fucking dives off the bus and does his own thing.
And there he goes.
Just
Yes!
justice, and he's out the bus. And keeping Celestine from just charging off into the forest, because you do want to keep hit the booth to meet the new friends. Or well, new friends to him. You wind your way up to Padma. You've never been, but you at least got directions, so you're pretty sure you make the right place. It's only at this point you realize you didn't get a description of the fucking house, just the directions to it.
Is it on that side of the street or that side of the street?
Well, there's only one place it could be at the directions given, so really, you don't realize like they could have like changed anything about it, and it's now been over a month or so, over almost 2 months since you got the letter, anyways, and you don't know how long it was in the mail before that, so. It's a whole lot of question marks. Also, all of the items you guys found along the loop were identified along the way because you would have had plenty of fucking time to sort out what your shit was. Which also means Yako now is aware he has a tome that's potentially fucking useless.
Yep.
The tomes are just Wismagog Tome of Ultimate Power. The spells are all fucking garbage. At least it's not the Tome of Misspells, in which case the spell Wish becomes Wash.
Limited cosmic power.
And Hold Person becomes Fold Person.
Oh my god.
I saw that the other night, and it's actually kind of funny. Oh yeah, and Message became Massage.
Ooh.
Again, it's the Tome of Misspells. Anyway, get there. Padma's the first one out, and she's like looking at the address, like, is this the right place? But I assume Padma is undeterred and just walks up to the door and knocks with her little Koshai buddy in tow.
Yep.
And her little griff on the shoulder. One moment. Need
That's gonna be
copies.
interesting. They open the
And
door.
her
It's like, this is my
disgruntled
boyfriend. This is my
Yeah.
dog.
I was gonna say with disgruntled stab cat in tow.
With a lot of people in tow, let's be real.
Yeah,
But Terrain isn't here, and who else isn't here?
Snack and Eleanor are checking scenery.
Okay, so Snack, Eleanor, and Terrain. So the Justice Brigade is out doing justice things.
Yes.
Justice Brigade, I love it.
I mean, it may as fucking well be. Even if Snack and Snackbot are not in the Justice Brigade, they may as well be.
That's true.
Yeah, Padma goes up and knocks on the door.
At first, there is no response.
Oh God! So do I have to do a shave and a haircut?
Do you do shave and a haircut?
Yes.
The moment you finish shave and a haircut, the door flies open, and standing in your way is this this interesting wild-born man who just sings 2 bits, and then he stops. He's like standing there very dramatically, and then he's like, "So what did you want?" It seems like there you are. It's been ages. Please, come in, and
yes,
bring your friends.
Padma does open up her arms like she's going to hug him.
He does not stop her.
So it's like hugs.
And this guy's a little bit taller than Padma, so it's actually kind of surprising. He's not the biggest. He looks vaguely like a cheetah if a cheetah was also blue. But you guys are now over here inside the house as you are led inside by Mr. Corey here. Let me just add some name tags to these NPCs because I realized I forgot to do that. And you see here this like deep voice is like, oh, what's going on this time?
Bronwyn doesn't have a little name tag either.
None of them do. Oh yeah, I need to add his. Tell me how to spell his name real quick, little Koshai buddy.
Bronwyn B.
Okay, so exactly how I thought it was spelled. I was making sure. Okay, Bronwyn has his name tag.
Vegeta's wares.
I'm gonna slap you. Come on, roll 20. This isn't funny.
God damn it. Mind me, Padma, darling. Are these the friends that are hiding from the mafia?
Yes.
Padma just nods.
That's a point you would have gone over on the trip here, so you didn't even need to ask.
Well, then that was
Pretty
an
sure that
out
was-
of character question because I wasn't sure. Car, please.
Come on, please. Last one. Come on. Okay. Like, as soon as he lets go, he just like sort of just bounds back inside, and you hear someone being disgruntled with him, and he's just like, oh, but we have guests! Why you sound so glum?
Padma just jumps in front of him. I'm home!
Padma, please make a strength saving throw.
I am fully prepared. She is fully prepared to get her lungs crushed.
You are flying tackled by a tiny Zal, and poof, now over here being hugged by a tiny brown-haired robo lady. who
Hi,
is very
Iris.
happy to see you.
There is much hugging back. Hi, Iris.
Some energetic friends you have, darling.
Peppa just kind of waves at him. Yeah.
Nope, didn't want to click on that stupid thing. Oop. This is like energetic and then some.
To be fair, I did see which direction she came from. I just heard her launch into the air, and then, well,
Yeah, she was up here. She had like a perfect line just about. She was coming from like around this corner, just right at you.
meow.
Yeet. And the strength save was against the fact that you have a robot trying to tackle clump you.
It's like, net one. I am not. I was like, net one. I'm prepared for the worst.
My body is ready. Ugh! Oh god, my body wasn't ready.
So Pam was like waving at Zakio from the floor with the other arm talking Iris. It's just, yep, this is normal.
Mm-hmm. Iris doesn't say much anything. She's just, hugging. And then you hear a couple sets of footsteps as, first off, a lioness-looking woman, and then a Celestine-sized Knoll lady step into frame.
Big girl.
Yee.
Yep. Tabby just kind of waves. Hi, Lupita. Hi, Tabby. I brought some new friends.
I could see that. You know what? And just Tabby just walks off, and she just goes to the kitchen. She knows what's up now, and you can. This bit right here next to Lupita is like a little kind of a bar thing, like you can see through. It's like the open partitions in 14. So you see her wander in and just start like just go for the fridge.
Tabby lifts her head. I want curry.
And just that knowing, I know. Please have a seat. Corey just wanders in, just like arms up. It's amazing how dramatic this cat is being over just mundane things.
Dramatic cat is dramatic.
The Lupita just kind of shuffles over. Iris, please let her up. She can't hang around if you got her pinned to the ground. And just a little quiet nod, and then Iris gets up and
Tabby also gets up.
little skip in her step as she walks away.
Tabby gets up. Oof, her bear hugs are still rubbing her ribs. Oh, she still has her bear hugs. Good to know.
I mean, hard not to when you can. Well, just not hard for her.
Oh, I know. I remember some of the stuff she would pull on stage.
At least someone does. Corey certainly doesn't.
These
Corey has
sound
the
like
attention
stories I might want to hear.
And you see her from the kitchen, and you hear from the other room over, I heard that!
Of course you do!
Iris then kind of scurries into the kitchen and she starts trying to help Tabitha do some stuff. Yeah, Lupita then, yes, come in, and just starts heading over to the living room.
Come along, Bronwyn. Zakio, you too.
And the booth just falls along behind the little Koshai. Padma's just a fucking menagerie. She comes here with a Koshai, a griffin, a boof, and a cat boy. And then also an elf and a tiefling. But at least the tiefling is her cousin.
He's got a fucking entourage.
And to think, 4 of it isn't even here.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. Have a seat. And she gestures to the 2 large sofas and a few extra chairs. So just pick a spot for your token. And just that's just where a chair is.
Bronwyn can sit there.
I'm gonna hear Celestine, I assume, whoop, poof, just in the middle of the floor.
It's not taking up half a sofa.
A good
Actually,
boof.
would Celestine take up half a sofa?
What?
If given a sofa to sit on, would Celestine just lay on the whole thing as much as possible?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then
Duh.
those three. Let me actually just stretch out Celestine's token so you guys can see how much of this sofa he's just taking up, because it's just whoop and whoop. That's the boof zone. The sofa isn't actually 15 feet long. It's just the only way I could get a
Good
thing in
lord,
here.
the boofs.
Long
I'm sure
boof.
Celestine could
Tap
stretch
back
it.
over, like,
Maybe
what's
not
the boof
15
zone?
feet,
Dear
but probably
God.
10.
Actually, no. He's still taking up two cushions on a couch because it's a long couch.
Tabitha's a big girl. She needs room to stretch.
Yeah, true. But it just pops herself over by Corey. And I'll just move Fenless over here. Narvin's next to Branwyn so he can scratch little Koshai. Fuck, at this point I don't remember what the hell was in his message. God damn it, past me. Once Lupita sits down, Corey just like looks a little nervous about the fact there's a giant boof just taking up part of his fucking couch, like right next to him. Just like, I imagine like his boof face is just looking right at Corey, just like tail wagging.
Bama just looks. Celestine doesn't bite. He might mooch for food, but he doesn't bite.
Okay. Right. I'll admit I'm surprised to hear from you so soon. Though to be fair, the postage was a little bit slow getting out of town.
Have the cheesy armor on Padma's shoulder move going on.
Bama doesn't mind.
The Griffin might, and that depends on if you're unfortunate enough to poke the Griffin.
Dimitri's probably on. Dimitri sees the arm and climbs up on Padma's head.
He's just okay. But yeah. I'm still curious of what actually brought you out this way.
Padma just kind of sighs, takes a breath. Where do I start?
Upon hearing that, Lupita immediately stands up. I'm gonna go get drinks, and just wanders over to the kitchen.
Thank you.
Then it's like, ooh, speaking of drinks, and just you see him just pull up out of his bag of holding some tea boxes and just go into the kitchen as well.
All of a sudden, Snackbot walks into frame with coffee.
Is this actually happening? Yes or no?
Not yet.
Damn! I was gonna say, 'cause I was gonna have Snackbot just appear from over, just out, just materialize.
It would have been great, but maybe when they bring the drinks
Snackbot without a
out.
care in the world
Beep
walks
boop.
through the front door without even knocking, just to open his mouth and offer coffee.
Just walks in, and then like the top half of his head, like his jaw, the base of the lower half of his jaw just stays in place. The top of his head just snaps open, and there's a cup of coffee in there. Just cring. He's that long of a story, huh?
Oh yeah.
Huh. So, apart from you see Corey like kind of like scoot just a little bit further away from Celestine because the large boof is making him nervous, and you're not sure if it's cat things or just in general Lorge.
Probably say it's probably just cat things in general. I mean, look at his girlfriend.
True. Very, very true. He like scoots over a little bit. Met Celestine here. Who are your other friends and your you see him reach into his vest and pull out a little scrap of meat, to which I imagine Dimitri just flies over and snatches up.
Well, Dimitri there we found from a blacksmith because his apprentice brought him home.
Huh.
Oh yeah,
What
that's
about
right. We did get that from Hawk, didn't we?
Yeah, because he just like
I totally forgot where he came from.
Patrick, you want to jump around while I was pregnant? Those are not pets! They're carnivorous as far as I know. Shoves the apprentice through door. Hello, how may Hawk serve? It's my favorite bit with Hawk. You guys haven't seen him in a while. Makes me sad.
No, he's our Gilmore too. We need to see him again.
Eventually.
Name's Shirakio, at your service.
Yes, she scratches Zaki behind the ears. I picked up this mud, this goofball along the way.
I picked up this hat on the way.
Uh-huh. Arvin just like lightly waves. Arvin Ravi, cousin of Padma's. She's like, huh. Oh yes, you're the one whose father was, and then just you. Actually, hold on, let me roll for this. You see, you suddenly hear some furious running, and then just from around the corner, just over there, just whoom, and a book, kong, him in the side of the head.
Pamela just starts laughing.
And you just hear Tabitha, be nice. He's just, ow. He's like laying down a little bit closer to Celestine now because he's just sideways on the couch. Ow.
You had that coming, Corey.
Wasn't gonna say anything bad. He's rubbing his head and he picks up the book. Oh, that's. He tosses it aside. You get a glimpse at it. It's a book that says Tact.
She still has that.
It's just on the floor now. He's grumbling, rubbing his head. And there was like the one who wandered into the kitchen over there. That's Fenless.
And Mr. Big Boof over there is Celestine.
Yeah, Corey's just like getting up, rubbing his head. Yeah, we've met.
Really now?
He's just like, literally 5 minutes ago.
Promise you he's cat friendly. He hangs out with me all the time. So I assume I can pick up on his nervousness with a passive perception of 20 and the fact he's probably not hiding it.
Not particularly, no. Like he's fine. He's just a little concerned because that's a large boof. That is a very, very large boof. Right. And then Narvin turns in. There's a few more with us, but they're wandering the town at the moment. That Corey's face actually. Oh, you've got more friends. Excellent. They're welcome here. Do hope they know the way, though. There's a pause. Arvin's like, I think Eleanor can lead them here. Probably. If not her, then Snack.
Yeah, most just if nothing else, I'm sure they can stop and get directions.
Well, if we hear someone screaming justice, we'll know they're close.
Basically.
At the name Snack, Corey actually seems like I suppose Snack, as in there's like a question mark in the name.
Yes?
Really? And there's a man of some repute. Is it true? Is he actually like 10 feet tall?
No. He's a kobold.
Oh, he's a I have so much money that man owes me now.
What did you wager on now, Corey?
Just a simple. I didn't believe a whole tale at a bar. He made a bet and then he immediately proved it by showing me a picture of a big dragonborn fellow. He wait, I still have. Wait, I know what the picture was. You see him dig in his pocket, pull out like reach over to the like side table, grab a big old tablet PC off it, flip it open, just like he spins around, shows the picture. It's Marcus.
That's
Holy
the leader of the
shit,
dragon.
Someone got his picture.
Thank you for noting the gag. Thank you. And he said this was Snack.
That's
No.
Marcus Ragnar of Dragon Roar.
I can't believe someone got his picture.
He spins it around. He flips it close, sets it down, and just crosses his arm and just looks very more disgruntled than Chiacchio.
Padma just sighs, shakes her head. Can't win them all, Corey. Can't win them all.
At least it wasn't much money, but it's the principle of the matter. At this point, Tabitha wanders in. Coriander, what if I told you out minding your temper? And he's just like, stop. She walks over and hands you guys some drinks of various types, some tea, some not tea. And then she sits down and then just proceeds to put the cat boy in a headlock.
Lol.
And what did I tell you about making stupid bets with guys you meet at taverns? And he's like kind of screaming, it was only 10 guilders, come on! And she's like, don't care, and then just licks her finger, and then just in the ear.
Did you say Gelders? Is that the world currency?
Guilders, yes.
Guilders. Okay. Just so
I just
know.
use gold for shorthand because it's just in D&D, it's always gold.
Nope.
It's actually been the case for the longest time, I just keep forgetting to say it.
No, that's fine. I was just curious.
And it is... I know. And then just lets him go, and he's just like rubbing his ear now because that felt really weird. And his other ear's like kind of flaps, like disgruntled cat noises.
Padma's just laughing at them both.
Oh, and then she's like, "Oh, by the way," and she just reaches into a pouch around her waist that looks passingly familiar to one you've seen Sneck have. Sneck has. It's this weird, like, sort of blue version of a bag of holding. Pulls out this big old bone and just tosses it at Celestine.
Celestine, you have a chew toy.
Yay.
Tabitha.
Big hyena lady gave you a bone to gnaw on. To which I assume there's now just dog noises.
All the
I
dog
imagine-
noises.
Yeah. So yeah, Padma just kind of takes a drink. Okay, now where do I indeed start this crazy train?
And I assume just smash cut to the end of the tale of what you guys have been up to for the past, like, 5 months.
Yep. And that's how I got a boyfriend, is how Padma ends it. And that's how I got a boyfriend.
Yeah, and by the end of it, let's see.
Chiacchio's mildly blushing because of how Padma probably told that portion of the story.
Also, eventually, Celestine, a little robot lady, sits down next to you and just starts petting you.
Cal, you're getting pets.
Yay.
Pets and ear scratches. They may not be divine, but they're still very nice.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Heyo. So, do Snick, Terrain, and Eleanor show up at any point in all this?
Any oh what? They're just kind of like catching up.
I would imagine Snack and Snackbot would walk in fairly early on in the explanation, and just because I'm gonna have Eleanor come back right as she's ending it with, and that's how I got a boyfriend.
All right, place Snack and Snackbot how you see fit then. Around somewhere in the room. And then the same for Eleanor.
Let's just put him over here. Why?
Time has passed since they got here.
Since they got here, well, since Terrain left the bus, it's probably been about 3 hours by now.
Christ. Yeah, it's a big time skip.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they had to recount the entire adventure. And also, to be fair, they've only been recounting the adventure for about 2.5 hours, because there was a half hour between Terrain hopping off the bus and them getting there.
Safe to say, I
Yeah,
probably...
it takes a couple minutes to recount a
So-
5-month tale.
So to sum it up for Terrain, in your bits around the town, you've done, you know, the surprisingly low end heroics. There was a you know, helping a few citizens, a little girl who got stuck up a tree trying to get her cat down, but her cat got down without her.
Asshole cat.
Well, you only knew she was up there because the cat was sitting at the base meowing for her to get down.
That's a strange turn of events.
Yeah, no, it was very weird.
Usually
It's this little like orange tabby just like meowing up with this little girl who's like, eh.
Well, I suppose if I have justice all the justice there is to justice, I would attempt to find the part.
Well, it's not hard. The bus, because it was kind of big, a few people saw it, so you ask if people have seen the bus, and like one was like, "Oh yeah, that thing you jumped out of." Oh yeah, the one you jumped out of, it's over that way. It points you in the right direction.
Well, then I would wander in that direction, yes.
And eventually you do see the bus, and thus I assume knock and come in and get let in, and then there's just justice.
Justice. We'll go sit next to lesser justice.
And Pam would just look at it, this is the whole group. It's like, this is the whole group.
Also, once the story's over, and like, of course, like, I see. And then he just immediately spent towards Sneck and just like one hand on his chin. So I've heard of you. You're the famous Sneck, correct?
Question mark and all.
And like his eyes like go wide and Tab just, oh no. You even see the little small girl Irish just like kind of hang her head and just sigh as she keeps petting the booth. As for the next like 10 minutes, he like just starts bombarding Sneck with questions about his adventure specifically, until finally Tab just smacks him. Please stop.
I was gonna say, if
Just
Tab,
curious.
Tab doesn't stop, and Padma will just dump water on his head.
Like you see her just like counting down. She's like, and like the moment they just whoop, poof, to his arm. Ow! It's enough. And she's like, just rubbing his right arm and sinking into the couch a little bit.
Corey, I take it things have been slow for Corey to be this excitable.
A little bit.
Ouch.
And then Luida finally speaks up. So you came here on the trail of something in the reef, right?
Yep.
And you're thinking, she looks at the direction of Celestine, who I imagine has his head on Iris's lap and is just getting head pat. And you think, he's your way to get it.
Yep. He apparently makes pilgrimages to the reef every year, or at least he was until he got, well, shoved in the shipping crate.
Mm-hmm. And on top of that, she then like just turns her head slowly to Arvin. He's pretty sure the Deslins were using him as a patsy for a little bit, or at least trying to, with what sounds like very limited success, exceptionally. Mm-hmm. And she's just like, eventually just like clasps hands in front of her face, like leans down a little bit and just like, how do you keep doing this?
I don't know.
Just, is it a family thing?
Considering my mom and dad, yeah, I'd say so, maybe.
And she just like leans back in the chair. She's in, what are we going to do with you?
Love me?
And then Iris like finally chats up, here! And just like this loop is just like, oh, just like the rubbing her head like a migraine kind of.
Plus, I was worried, is everything okay with you guys here? I mean, I know this place is a little bit out of the way. I was just worried.
Tabitha kind of rolls her neck. It hasn't been terrible. It's more than I'm used to, but well, there's she like kind of chuckles. You know those I don't have a name for it, but she describes a place that's basically space Chuck E. Cheese,
Yeah?
like that branch. One of them opened up here, and they wanted a little something different to entertain the children, so we got a gig.
Oh, good! That Evan's clapping. Yay! Imagine, I was gonna say, imagine Corey would go crazy if we all just stayed home all day.
Oh, don't worry, he did. And he's just like immediately turns and looks at her just like the most like offended gasp look at us. He's like, I did not. Tabitha immediately stands up, goes over to where the TV is, goes and he pulls out like one of those like 3-ring binders, turns around, flips it open, holds up, and there's photo documentation of him slowly descending into madness. And it says day 1. And he's just like, you took photos? And she's like, are you kidding? Of course I did. And then she puts it back.
The Archeo's just going barely holding it in his laughter.
The best part was like the time lapse because it just says like the day 1 first 3 hours. He looks like he's fine. He's like, he's just like he's like relaxing watching TV. Hour 4, it's just a smash cut to him suddenly with like a paper bag on his head. His shirt is missing. There's like paint on him. He's got like like a normal cane but with a few sporks taped to the end of one end of it.
I would just sigh.
And somehow there's a crab clinging to his tail, despite the fact there are no crabs near this town.
All of a sudden, I feel like I need to ask him about his adventures.
That was just 4 hours into the first day of having to lay low, and he lost his mind.
I was just I missed you guys so much.
Tabitha just walks by, ruffles your hair. I missed you too. Sits back down.
Imagine
Looks to her
Bronwyn's just
stupid cat.
I imagine Bronwyn's just kind of sprawled on the floor somewhere.
Yeah, he's just laying down next to you. He's actually asleep.
Good little coach.
I'm occasionally giving Dimitri butt scritches.
He's purring on top of Padma's head, and it's a very weird sensation.
And just content little griffin noises. He's a griffloaf up there.
Yep.
But you actually just stopped by on your little adventure just to say hi.
Yeah? Why wouldn't I?
It just seems like something you'd say for, after your problems are all in the ground, one way or another.
Call me worried.
I call you a lot worse things than worried. To which Tabitha just arm over the stand and just smacks Lupin on the leg. As for us, no, aside from, the gig, there hasn't been much worrisome going on around here. I think we're close enough to the reef that the more superstitious types among any sorts of ne'er-do-wells don't want to get too close.
Unless the shrubbery eat them.
Among other things.
Like the rabbits.
Oh, I'll have to tell you the story about Mr. Fluffleton sometime.
Mr. Fluffleton? Is it anything like... Is it anything like Dr. Frankenfluff?
No, it's it's a lot like the story of Sir Barrington the Brave.
Oh boy!
Except instead of just a bear making a name for himself, it's just the best way to describe it is it's well, she looks at Celestine. It's a rabbit bigger than him.
Oh, lovely. Because I remember Dr. Fluffenstein from the few times we ran into him. Very nice fellow.
Mm-hmm. But no, Mr. Fluffleton's just a local. The only way to describe him is a giant dire rabbit.
Oh, fun.
He's apparently a very good deterrent for birds, on account of the sheer size.
You doing okay here, Iris? I know it's not anything like Techna or anything, but...
She's nuts. Yeah, I'm fine.
That's good.
It's nice and peaceful out here.
Nothing getting into any joints, or...
She shakes her head. No, well insulated. She pats her arm.
That's always good.
Did see something weird the other day, though.
Oh?
Yeah, it was, She looks at Lupita. You saw it too, right? Lupita. Oh, the black van. And Iris nods her head. Oh, that. Honestly, if anyone wanted to try to be inconspicuous, they wouldn't use a black van for anything. But about 2-3 days ago, there's a few cars out here, not many, especially not anything like the size of she looks at through the window and just gestures towards your guys' fucking tank bus. Really nothing like that, but well, we're just coming back from a grocery run. Saw a rather interestingly dressed fellow step out of a van and looked like he was asking for directions to something, which seemed kind of weird, especially when the directions involved someone pointing just directly at Yggdrasil, which you'd think would be hard to miss.
What did this person look like, or did you not get a good look?
She, from little end table, just snatches up a sketchbook, flips it open, pops out a pencil, sketch, spins around. It's a picture of Courtmaster Virian.
Oh, lovely. That idiot. Is exactly how Ted worked it. Oh, that idiot.
It's just a pretty good, looks like grayscale pencil sketch of him.
Oh,
not like a one-to-one recreation, but it's close enough that you realize, oh, it's that guy.
Oh, it's that idiot. Well, from what we've heard from Fenless, he's not exactly the brightest crayon.
And quite the
You didn't hear
coward.
Fenless. That's an insult to crayons, and just sip the tea.
And quite the coward, according to my now late uncle.
Well, he did seem a bit skittish, especially when it sounded like someone yelled at him to get back in the van, and then they took off. At least I assume someone yelled at him. We weren't close enough to hear anything. He just jumped and then just nodded like a little yes man at the van, and then hopped back in.
Here I was hoping we could get a night of rest, but if those idiots are already ahead of us.
you'd like to stay the night, we won't turn you away. And if they have any business at the reef, well, I doubt they'll get far.
Yeah, but we should still clean up in case anything gets left behind. Besides, she gets Padma catches it Celestine. He's anxious to go see Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm all in favor for staying the night. Maybe pizza? If this place has pizza? Or unless
like,
Corey wants to make his pizza.
That he backflips off the couch and just sprints to the kitchen.
I'll take that as yes, he's making us his pizza.
And you hear the familiar just the cartoon rummaging noises of Corey in the kitchen for any reason. And at that, we're actually going to end the session here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost 11.
Yeah, I saw this. I was like, you know what? We're at about a good closing point.
I will be back then. Alright, that's actually going to do it for my stream this evening as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow afternoon with some WOT raid, starting at about 3 p.m. Pacific. And until then, guys, peace.
And then the boofing will massively